Hello, welcome back. This is Jeff to the Long Suffering Channel. Breaking news, the Jets have fired General Manager, embattled General Manager Joe Douglas. News just came down the pike a few minutes ago. Reactions are coming in left and right as I'm scrolling through Twitter. It was inevitable. Douglas's contract was up after this year, and we knew, at least we hoped, he wasn't coming back. I'm torn about Douglas. I thought he did a lot of good things, made some mistakes, no question. Overall, I think he was a net positive because he took over a team that had like zero talent on it, and he added a lot of talent through the draft. We know the names: Wilson, Hall, Sauce, Jermaine Johnson, AVT. We know his draft successes. We know he brought in guys like Quincy Williams and Bryce Huff, and he found some diamonds in the rough. He made some good draft picks, but he did make mistakes. Mekhi Becton, Zach Wilson, Denzel Mims. We all know the names, the successes, the failures. His biggest failure was hiring Robert Saleh to coach the team, but that ship's already sailed. So, in a way, I'm encouraged because, as I've been saying on previous videos, I really want this entire franchise cleansed. I hate to use the term blown up because I think that's hyperbolic. This is a crazy world we live in. You don't want to use terms like blown up. But they need to cleanse this entire franchise of the Joe Douglas, Robert Saleh, Aaron Rodgers failure. Saleh is gone. Douglas is gone. I'm sure the entire coaching staff will be gone. And I'm keeping my fingers crossed that Rodgers will be gone, and all of his cronies, all of his buddies, Hackett, Adams, all of his friends that he wanted to bring in here, they all need to go. All of them. Head to toe. Complete bleaching, cleansing, however you want to say it. He needs to go. Rodgers, all of it, everybody. So I'm hoping that since Douglas is officially gone now, instead of waiting till the end of the season and his contract expires, I'm hoping that the search for a new general manager begins right now. And that general manager can make talent evaluations all across the board. Who deserves to be here? Who are they going to let go? Right? I mean, if you knew Douglas wasn't coming back, then firing him now was the right move. So it gives the next general manager a chance to put his own people in place, assess the talent. So I'm encouraged, and slightly encouraged, because it's still the Jets, and every time it seems like they make the right move, it ends up being the wrong move. But I've been advocating for a complete and total overhaul. Get rid of everyone, trade anybody with value, cut contracts, eat the dead cap space, and bring in a whole new slew of people, all new executives, all new scouts, all new coaches, all new assistants, and as many new players as you can, because you have to scrub this clean. Not a half-ass cleaning. Like if you hire a cleaning, like we had, I won't mention any names, but we had a cleaning woman that came here. She didn't do a very good job. She basically did a basic surface clean. And then we hired an actual cleaning company who charged us about the same. And the difference in quality of the cleaning that we've gotten from this new company as compared to the individual that we were using is night and day. So it has to be a complete and total cleansing. Kind of like when you go for a colonoscopy, which I've unfortunately had to do, and you have to drink that stuff to clean you out. You can't use over-the-counter laxatives. You have to drink this disgusting liquid that they give you, because I know TMI, right? Too much information, but you can't do a half-ass cleansing. You can't do a half-ass rebuild. So I'm encouraged. I'm glad. I mean, I'm not glad for Douglas. He seemed like a really nice guy. I think he really cared about this franchise, and he tried. He really tried. I thought he made a lot of good moves. He made a lot of good draft picks, A lot of good free agent acquisitions. It just didn't work. They decided to make the deal with the devil, with Rodgers, and it failed. So Joe Douglas, there's no doubt in my mind that he will find a new job very quickly. He was with Baltimore and Philadelphia, winning franchises. So he will find a new job very quickly. I'm not worried about him. I thank him for what he did for this franchise. But now, keep going. Saleh, gone. Douglas, gone. Hopefully Rodgers, gone. Ulbrich, gone. Hackett, gone. Keith Carter, gone. Todd Downing, gone. Davante Adams, gone. Sauce Gardner, gone. I was thinking about this. I should have mentioned this in a previous video, but if you ever seen the movie Lean On Me with Morgan Freeman, it's one of the best movies you're ever going to see, and Morgan Freeman's performance was Oscar worthy. It was a true story about an inner city school in New Jersey that was failing, and the state was about to take over the school because the academic standards had sunk to a point where the state had no choice but to take it over. And the superintendent of the school area hired his friend, Joe Clark, and with the express purpose of fixing the school, because Joe Clark was crazy, but he kind of needed crazy to fix that school. And the first thing Joe Clark did, he took all the students in the class, he put all the drug dealers and the criminals up on stage, and he expelled all of them. He's like, get out of here. And he used his security team and that sent the message to everybody in that school, whether you were a student or a faculty member. He is in charge. You need to follow the rules. You need to stay in your lane, and you need to fly right, because he is the new sheriff in town. And if you're not with the program, get out. That's what this new general manager needs to do. Whoever it is, whatever names people throw up there, who knows, right? But what I want this new general manager to do is to come in day one in that press conference and say, enough is enough. You Jet fans have had it. I see that, I hear that, and I'm going to do something about it. Start cutting players who aren't getting the job done. Michael Clemens. How he still has a job in this team, I have no idea. Xavier Gipson. He's done nothing since the punt return against Buffalo last year. He's done nothing. You telling me you can't find a better punt returner or a better slot receiver? Gone. Sauce Gardner, great player, great athlete. He's proven that he's not built for this market and this fan base. Gone. Anybody and everybody that doesn't want to be here, that isn't willing to adhere to the new structure of this franchise, you are gone. And I hope that the general manager brings in a coach that has the same mentality. So Joe Douglas, I wanted Saleh gone. I thought Saleh was just one of the worst coaches I've ever seen. I have mixed feelings about Joe Douglas. I thought he did a lot of good things, but unfortunately, he did bad things too. And Zach Wilson, Mekhi Becton, we all know the names. So I'm encouraged. It's the first of 10, 15, 20 more moves that still need to happen. But the second move, because Saleh was fired, a few weeks ago. But Douglas is gone. Let's move on. Let's start building towards the future. Okay? They will figure it out. Every franchise figures it out. Eventually, everybody does. It takes longer than others in some cases. I know it. Look at Detroit, the Lions. Never been to a Super Bowl ever, and they were one of the NFL franchises from the beginning. They've never been to a Super Bowl. This could be their year, and I believe they've only been to 2 NFC title games too. One of them was last season. I believe. I'm not exactly sure about that, but every team figures it out, and I'm excited. I'm encouraged. Bring in the right guys this time. All right. Keep the faith, Jet fans. Keep the faith.